black Journey to Oven. So Journey to Eternity here works really well with the Cauldron Familiar Witch's Oven package, very popular in Standard right now. It says when the enchanted creature dies, you return that creature to the battlefield, and then you return Journey to play flipped. This then makes mana of any color, and it can return creatures from your graveyard directly to the battlefield. We've also got Desecrated Tomb in here. It says whenever one or more creatures cards leave your graveyard, create a 1/1 flying bat token. So every time you loop the cat with this out, you get a 1/1 bat as well. We've also got Trail of Crumbs here as a way to generate card advantage. You got some Cavalier of Night and Massacre Girl as powerful cards at our top end to get back with Journey. We've got Ayara here to drain extra life with the cat, and we've got Reaper to draw extra cards with the cat. So let's go ahead. I love a lot of the cards that this deck is playing. Let's jump on into some matches and see how it goes. Believe it or not, we tried unsuccessfully to play Desecrated Tomb a couple of times when it was standard legal. But yeah, it's not a card that's seen a ton of constructed play. I think that's probably good against most things. Let's keep it. A little bit short on mana at the moment, but Trail of Crumbs should probably find me some lands. Gilded Goose also ramps me, so we need more Once Upon a Time. Yeah, big agree. So let's do this, and then I'm going to sleight a hand here with the Goose. So we can hopefully find a forest to cast this other Goose. Perfect. Then, next turn, we can play this Cavalier of Night, which is quite likely lights out against the average deck the opponent's archetype is. You do not get shillings while you're timed out, actually. Unfortunately, not something I can change. This is how Twitch works. I'd like to sack this cat. I'd like to kill this Spellbreaker. Yeah, Deckmaster is a big part of what makes Magic Arena far more accessible than Magic Online. Yep. Trail of Crumbs, make a food. Bring the cat back, see what we find. Yeah, maybe the third Trail of Crumbs was better there. Goose. Goose is great. I guess I'm not even playing the Goose here because I kind of want to just like use this Goose to eat this food and then double trigger Trail here. Because we're looking for some more actual action cards, right? So I can draw 2 cards here. My fiance thinks I'm crazy for leaving the laptop on to farm shillings with the auto clicker. You should just tell him there's worse things you could be obsessed over, Punchworthy. Do we have a yeah, ambush is a big deal. My dogs are not happy about that. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. All right, so what are we doing? Untapped land. Tomb. Goose for food. Bring this back. Auto pay for at least one. Don't have time for Midnight Reaper. I think I'm not paying on the other one because I want to bring the oven out. Yep, that's a questing beast. Questing beast does not have time for Ketamine. You are not wrong. He is coming for our throat, chat. That's another kitty. Thank you. Sure. Oh, Ayara triggers on the bats too. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. Oh, yeah, she does. That's sick. I don't know if this deck is good, but it is definitely great. TZTFG, thank you for using those shillings. Cash them in. What if I do this? And then these four will kill this? We're dead to Embercleave here, unfortunately. I kind of want the goose to be able to make extra food next turn. The tomb should be lethal, right? Because it's gonna make enough bats next turn. So we do this. We say, goose, make a food. And then we sack that food. Hey, Goblin Lair, thanks for the support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Yeah, there's another cat, too. All right, so they're dead. This deck is awesome. That was phenomenal. I like when what does this deck do gets answered in the first game. That's always a treat. It's always just like, oh, that's what we're trying to accomplish here. Got it. Triggers. I think Journey to Eternity is probably not very good here. I think we trim that. Midnight Reaper is probably not stellar. I'll bring in a couple of trophies too, just round up my removal. This sounds good. Ayara is the baddie cat lady. She really is, huh? That was phenomenal. I didn't connect Ayara triggering on the bats too. That's really sweet. My witch, my bat, my oven, and my cat. Taking our girl opponent to Pound Town. Is it fair to just bin the journeys for more tombs? Tombs seem way more delicious. To a degree, I don't know. I think Journey's probably the better card when you don't have Oven going, and it's still really good with Oven. Let's bottom that for now. How many lands are in this deck? Like 23, 24? 24, yeah. Oh, this stain of a card. All right, so we're looking for ovens and lands at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and just Noxious Grasp this so they can't put Embercleave into play this turn. So I'd prefer not to get cleaved. I'm not blocking, so I don't want to lose my Ayara to cleave. Downgrade. The fact that Cavalier rebuys Ayara 2 later is great. This could have gone sideways if they had a second cleave, but I think that's fine. I think I want to eat this and draw a card. That could go either way. It might be right to leave it in place. That way if I hit the land naturally, I had a way to bring this cat back. Alright, looking for an untapped land here. That's pretty good. Am I Noxious Grasping this turn? What happens if I don't? So this is gonna come back, it'll trigger this, I'll sack it, it'll come back, it'll trigger this. So this is gonna drain for 5, 6, 7. Or 4, 5, 6. So I'm not even dead to Embercleave here. Oh, the bat sack to Ayara to draw cards, too. Holy crap. I'm kind of in love with this deck, chat. It's kind of just actual everything I want. It's kind of great. I didn't know how badly I wanted to play. I didn't know how badly I wanted to play this Tomb card until we played it. The person who submitted this deck too, they were like, I'm not sure if Tomb's good. I'm pretty sure Tomb is good. Pretty sure Desecrated Tomb is the stone cold Nutter Butters. Huh? Nah, I have Trail of Crumbs to generate card advantage. I'm gonna bottom that for now. I'm gonna play out Witch's Oven here rather than Cauldron Familiar, because this way if they have a Bone Crusher Giant, we get to blow them out. I think a version of this would be viable in Pioneer. Yeah, maybe. We actually, I actually had someone donate today for a green-black oven deck in Pioneer, and I'm gonna take my starting inspiration from this list for sure. 10 out of 10. Gonna take my starting inspiration there. I think I need to take the land here rather than the Tomb, as much as I would like the Tomb. Would Dance be good? I don't think that's necessary. I think we generate enough card advantage without that. That's rough. So this exiles my cat too. It's really unfortunate. All right, I'm pretty sure if we beat the main deck, Cry, Grixis deck, our deck's busted. Pretty sure that's how that works. So cracking our food is now a better Chemister's Insight. Huh, that's a little unfortunate. I think I discard this trophy because I want to be able to journey this next turn. So again, when the Journey creature dies, it comes back to play, and Journey flips over into a land. So end of turn, we'll eat this. We'll have 4 lands in play now. And then we'll crack this food and draw 2 cards. So gain 3, draw 2. I mean, we have an unkillable Ayara at this point, so might as well take a land here. I don't know why they let me untap with my oven. Seems like probably just a mistake, right? Oh, that's cute. I'm 1 mana short of bringing her back, right? Sure. But the Murderous Rider gets countered now. Actually, I guess I don't even really want to bring this back. I could have 1 mana and, like, cast a cat or another oven, but I also just don't want spells in my hand for them to be able to, like, Thought Erasure here. Sure. All right, we're gonna have a game, as they say. They actually have a way to deal damage here, so we really need to find like a threat plus a Cavalier. Sweet. So want a creature to go with this ideally. How about another Cavalier? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is land number 9. So I can crack this, and then I could find a cat with this first one, and then play the cat, play Cavalier. Also could have found a goose. Five timeouts today. Those are pretty decent numbers. So if they have a 7th land, they can flip Nick over here.
No pressure.
They don't have a thing. That's good. All right, so if I play this Trail of Crumbs, I think I'm just passing here. Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Let's get toasty.
That's a good question. How many Chandra emblems are beatable? Nice, Grixis deck. Nice, Grixis deck. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. That was pretty sick. Do I even want Duress here? I'm not even sure that I do. I'm not even sure that I do. I'm just gonna run it back. Let's run it back. Wow, they brought in Duress. I guess we do have a lot of non-creature cards, huh? Our non-creature cards are good. They took Journey to Eternity. They're scared, chat. There's fear in there, Dojo. Put the fear of Journey in them. Yeah, quite possibly, Larry. I'm gonna work on the Pioneer build around submission this evening. I think it'll be up tomorrow or the day after. It's been really, really good, Goody. I take it from your comment you missed our first match against Gruul. You're gonna want to go back and watch the first match against Gruul. Card was absurd. In Pioneer, you have Liliana, Heretical Healer for an Oven deck. Maybe? Yeah, I guess she's okay. They're definitely less afraid of Oven than they are enchantments, because Grixis should have things like Bedevil that they have access to. Scrap Heap, very, very likely Scrap Heap is playable. I think I'm just going Tomb, Bird. It might be right because they're holding up 2 mana and they missed a land drop. It might just be right to like go Goose into pay 4 life to draw a card. Could see that being fine too. The geese making food actually make Nick's uptick a lot less scary. It's just draw a card instead of 2 for 1 us. Which is nice. Oh, you know what this deck's not playing? There's no Murderous Riders in this deck. That's probably wrong. That's an excellent draw to sneak in here while they're tapped out. They did. I believe we're going to be doing a Legacy deck tomorrow and Tuesday morning as the very first deck of the day. I had two different people take me up on 100k bits for, or 10k bits for a Legacy deck. Yeah, maybe the trophy should be Riders. I could see that. So we're looking for another trail here, ideally. And you get to draw 2 cards with this one, though, which is nice. Yeah, if you don't make blue mana, you can't say you're casting Sleight of Hand. You know, I'm actually going to bottom that. There's a chance they have a sweeper here, and like I have a pile of food anyways. Okay, that's a real card. This one's definitely the scarier one. Let's try and get rid of that. Is there a counter spell under here? That's sick. Hey, Expert Shot, thanks for the 3 months. Clutch play. Oh, that's a great one to sneak through. That one gets past the negate here again. Did I play a land this turn? I did play a land this turn, right? Does anyone recall? I feel like I did.
You have erred.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Truth lies beyond vision.
I don't want to do this in response. Oh, they're making another choo-choo. I was thinking I was going to have to sack a food. Interesting. Alright, sleight of hand. If I had Murderous Riders defined with this, I'd be in a much better spot than I currently am. So I think I do this. And then I do this, sack the Cauldron Familiar. I'm gonna go ahead and kill their lifelinker here. So I already played a land for the turn, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. I can have the goose eat a food to draw a card. I can bring back the cat to draw a card. Are we just grinding through a Nick and an Ugin like they're nothing? That does currently look to be what's going on. I mean, our opponent conceded the last game with, like, Flip Nick and a bunch of other stuff. This is troubling. This is a good heads-up play on their part. Looking for another trail here. Happy trails to you. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Haven't found a land yet for the turn. I think I'm in for land, so I'm just like using all my mana every turn.
Everything is power, and I am everything.
I'm Chandra, the immolation sensation.
Weren't they sweep the board here? Oh, they're exiling that. That makes a lot of sense.
To finish you.
Are they dead next turn? Maybe. That attack definitely helps us dead them. And then if I sack this and bring it back, it does 3 more. I think I'm supposed to just pass here because it plays around Cry of the Canarium. Thought you non-foil bats. I don't think there's a borderless option for this, if I recall. Sure, emblem me. I'm at 21.
A little warm in here. Let's get toasty.
So this attack represents Cry, right? So I'm just gonna take it. Ritual of Soot. Okay, so I'm gonna make a food. I'm gonna bring back my cat so we can drain you a bunch. Good God, that was impressive. Holy crap. That was kind of absurd. Like, they just had active Nicol Bolas and active Ugin for just like the entire game. And like Trail of Crumbs just like rolled that up. It was like, yo, hold on, dudes. I got some card advantage for you. $17 CMC for Planeswalkers versus a cat with support, right? I do enjoy when the deck of the day is an easy pick. Looking for an untapped land here. Sick. I don't know. Do I need Murderous Rider after watching that game play out? Part of me wonders, do I need? Hey, thanks for the 19 months, Tantrum Try Hard. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hey, chat, how tilted do you think they're going to be by the second cat? Nice mono red deck. Oh, Tours, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people you can send that to every single month on Twitch. Thanks for sending it my way this month. Yeah, I can't imagine mono red is good against our black-green cat deck that also has 4 Cavalier of Night at the top end. You were the last opponent. What congrats is to it? Blast Zone? You have to, like, try and cut some spells to play Blast Zone? Because you can't cut lands for Blast Zone because you're trying to play 5-mana Nicol Bolas. How much to run this deck back immediately after this? You mean like do a double session? Yeah, we're in for Trail of Crumbs. Yeah, Frostdown is very good against us. Our lack of Murderous Riders could be, yeah, I should probably fit Rider into this deck. Ooh, that's a scary one. Okay, that's a card that could beat us. So I think in response to this, I'm going to draw a card. So we'll get 2 draws out of this Midnight Reaper. No! Oh! I was looking at chat and I misclicked. Holy crap. Well, you know. It's a good thing our deck's busted. Nah, That's a pretty huge mistake. I should have another cat in play and should be able to do both cats right now, but I'm dumb. I'm real dumb. There's not, and like, that's just such a huge cascading misplay that there isn't even a good way to track how big it is. Like, it's just gonna cost us so much. Like, I'm down like probably a dozen or more points of life over the course of this. They wouldn't be able to light up the stage here for cheap. Like, it is a huge mistake. Hey, Sapien. Yep, yeah, I was live all day yesterday. Been live most of the day. Do I bring this back now? I almost feel like I do. Just because I want to use the mana. Like, this gives them a chance to kill it before my turn, but it's probably going to find me another threat. Yeah, I think it's pretty right. Maybe I'm supposed to take the journey there, although getting journey down into play is probably pretty challenging. This is fine. Like, if they want to burn Crusher on this Cauldron Familiar, I'm okay with that. This all works out really okay. Yeah, like, I made an absurd misclick this game, and like, I agree with feels like we're in can't lose territory. Why not Cav, Sack, Kill Dwarf? Because if they kill this in response to the Cav, I'm in a bad spot. I'd rather sit here accruing card advantage. There's no reason for me to aggressively kill the Thane. Especially if they're, like, incentivized to. They can bring back a cat if they do that. Oh, that's true. Sure. Land that doesn't hurt me, sign me up. Yeah, I'm gonna sack the bird to get back the cat. With the Trail of Crumbs, I don't have mana to spare to use the bird. Looks like this practice sword is worn out. Acker, thanks for the 12 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Let's get you a real sword to go with that shield. They're gonna kill her in response, sure. And then I'll eat this goose and I'll bring back the other one in response. I would be up double-digit life total if we hadn't misclicked and we're just like in an absurd spot. It is, Pertiva. Thank you for the quarter of year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So next turn, I get to bring this cat back and then play Cavalier, kill Torbrand. I think I want to just kill Torbrand at this point, rather than jam this right away. Do I have lethal? Yeah, I might. I don't know. It's gonna be okay. Listen, chat. There is no wrong way to eat this Rhesus. None. Okay? This is disgusting. just gross. They're dead anyways. That's whoo doggy. Ho kitty, Hugh kitty. That wasn't really a doggy game. That was a kitty game. In spite of myself, we still dumpstered them. All right, let's do it. I mean, Trail of Crumbs is nothing to scoff at. Card's very, very silly when it gets going. Yeah, I think one of the ways our opponent's deck can win is Frenzy. Came across one of your Overwatch streams, you were very vulgar. Yeah, if you go back probably more than... I still drop swear words on occasion just from years of conditioning. But if you go back like, I don't know, probably a year or more than that, you're going to find a lot of casual swearing in my things. Yikes. Probably dead. We don't have that much removal, right? Right? No, cat doesn't target. Yeah, it works. It triggers against Cavalier, I suppose. Ayara is also each opponent. Alright, I mean... We're gonna take one when we Vraska this Frosted on, I guess. Or take two.
I only pick targets that interest me. I guess today's your lucky day.
Today's your lucky day. That's pretty good. Finishes our Planeswalker and lets them attack me. I mean, the Leyline's probably going to do 2 to 6 damage a game, depending on, like, what our draw looks like. If you asked me to, like, make up numbers and guess what it was going to do. Am I throwing this away? It only sacrifices black creatures, right? I think I might block and eat this goose. I suppose I can just start activating the goose, though, every turn. Yeah, I'm probably just supposed to activate the goose. I think I'm at 23 months. But what do I know? Thanks for the content. Thanks for the 24 months. This one's been really sweet. I think I'd already played a land for the turn, right? So the plan here is to go block, block, eat this, have this, or have this eat a food, have this eat this. Yeah, this deck's like a really nice mix of cards that are like, have good synergies, but also are like okay-ish on their own. Huh? Think I just eat that? This might be wrong. I'm dead to a skewer or a wizard's lightning. Alright, they don't have either. Looking for a cat. Looking for a cat. That's probably not good enough, right? Because I could draw, cast that, sack the goose. But the problem is that, the problem is that I'll take a damage from this. We take 2 down to 1. Is that correct? We died a Chain Whirler? I could bottom and dig for a cat here. I feel like I want to bottom and dig for a cat. That could definitely go either way. Well, I wouldn't have 2 blockers, chat, because in order to get that card on top of my deck, or in order to draw that card, I have to use the goose. So I wouldn't have goose as a blocker in that hypothetical. We're dead to a lot here. Alright, I'm taking my own way out. I'm taking my own way out. Oh, it only triggers on the creature. It only triggers on the creature. I was expecting to take 6 and die. We're still dead inside of combat, right? It's a damn shame we never found a cat in the top half of our deck. It was a really close game considering we were on the draw and never found a cat. Oh, you know what else would have been good there too? When on that last turn, not only was cat good, but we had 2 Massacre Girls to draw too. If I would have hit Massacre Girl, we'd have been able to clean out their board there as well, right? So I think it is super right to bottom the Cavalier. I think the upside on Massacre Girl or Cat is just too huge to not go for. And the Cavalier leaves us dead to a lot of things. Alright, this seems fine. I'm gonna bottom this trophy. I think I just make a food with this rather than playing this other one out. Probably trophying the Steamkin this turn. Yeah, I didn't queen this turn because not only would Pyromancer kill her, but Goblin Chain Whirler ends her, which isn't great. That's a pretty good draw with the Goose too. Keep it well fed. Lava Coil. That's brutal. It's worth noting that this is pretty rancid compared to what Thrashing Brontodon would be here. I'm gonna make that swap after this match too. I think this should be a Thrashy B, and we should probably have some Murderous Riders in our 75.
Before I make you disappear.
Get this on out of here.
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
Okay. This was a 3-4, we'd be in a pretty okay spot because it's a 2-1, we're not. Okay. Because we're lucky, this is now better than Brontodon would be. Now, maybe Sage is fine. Yeah, the bit markup is not a good scene on mobile. Well, you know. Alright, let's draw an untapped land, please, huh? If we draw an untapped land and they draw a brick. Alright. don't really have much to get back, but 4-5 with lifelink and a 4-5 with lifelink. I don't think we ever beat that series of top decks there. Bum it. Pretty good. Definitely having 0 Murderous Rider in our deck is wrong. Golgari Queens felt pretty underwhelming. I think I'm gonna cut her. I think I'm just gonna full on coward split the 3-drops here, just like 3-3-3. Our deck draws enough cards. Yeah, she's felt like, I agree, she's felt like an expensive Murderous Rider that then doesn't have a 2-3 on the back half. Big agree. Yeah, let's just try that. Now, I don't know about Rex Sage versus Brontodon. I don't know. Could go either way on that. Like, that game, that last game, Rex Sage did end up being better than Brontodon at the end. I think the Massacre Girl is great because Trail of Crumbs lets you see so many cards in your longer games that, like, having a Massacre Girl to pick up is very valuable. There's also a second copy in the sideboard for when it's really good. We can board in a second. Not looking for a 5-drop. Yeah, all things considered, this 5's super reasonable. Sweet. Nexus is banned in Best of 1 Historic, just in. It's not banned in Best of 3. No, not at all. Could be a Fires deck, could also just be a Planeswalker deck. That's a great draw. Nice one to get resolved while they're tapped out. Although, a lot of these Planeswalker decks don't have that many counterspells in them too, so... Yeah, but Planeswalkers could still be a Fires deck. They're definitely a Planeswalker deck. The question is, like, do they have Fires in addition to that? If I would have shocked in this land, I could have eaten a food that Teferi's gonna eat and denied them a card draw. That's something to note. Looking for a cat here. Perfect. So, cat. We'll get to draw us another card with the trail. Nah, I don't think so. K9. I think the Journey and the Brontodon matchups tend to be different matchups. Glad we put Murderous Riders in our deck before we queued to the Planeswalker deck. Heads up by us. That's where they get the Casualties of War. Planner Cleansing. Yup. gonna sack this now, digging for a land or another trail. Yeah, Cavalier's fine. It brings back Midnight Reaper. I'm gonna do this now, looking for a land to put into play. Maybe I'm supposed to rebuy oven there, actually. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to take that oven.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Maybe they don't have a 6th land. That would be great. Okay, so... Wow, they let us untap? That seems incredibly loose.
Stop that now.
Go. Like, they let me draw 2 extra cards here. Like, I guess they get a turn of the board being clear out of it, but like, I'm getting 2 extra cards with this Trail of Crumbs because of their sequencing. Yeah, like, I basically just got to recover all the things they took away from me there. The fact that Trail of Crumbs doesn't care about Narset's also pretty great. Just to be like, yeah, whatever. I think I'm just bottoming that. We're looking for like another oven or another trail. Yeah, weekend numbers tend to be wonky. Hard to know. Holidays too could also be tough to predict. So it means to see how this week ends up working out.
I can no longer hold that thought.
Well, we know that's gonna die to this Murderous Rider.
Stay back. I'm an explosively good pyromancer. No pressure.
Alright, so they gave us an emblem, but like, we're at 31, so... Huh? So, I think I give them another turn with their planeswalkers now. You may sack, because I can sack this even if they don't have anything to kill.
I like your energy.
I think that's ideal. We have the cave out now. Gives them another turn with their Teferi, but getting cave flipped and getting more mana into play feels good.
best way to destroy things.
Sarkin's pretty scary. This is the punish for using the Cavalier aggressively, because like now they have a creature I could have been taking. So that's their 2 spells. Should I play Desecrated Tomb there? Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think I want to artifact first. I think I just kill the Sarkin. That's the one that's pressuring us. We just like grind through the rest.
Let's skip to the good part.
The number of micro decisions in these games is like intense, with like the number of Trail of Breadcrumbs activations and tombs and stuff like that. Wonder if they have another sweeper here. Sure, they're all dead. Yep. This is an attack for 8 again. And then we take 2 from the emblems.
I summon you.
Yep. There's only 1 more Murderous Rider left in my deck. Think I want to do this and then Trail. This gives me a blocker. I don't think I'm in the market for a Midnight Reaper. My health total's a little bit low. And then I can play this out, which makes a food. And then I can bring this other cat back, which brings a bat back with it. And I draw 2 cards off these trails when I do it. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Don't mind me, just out grinding their super friends. This is up to 8. We gotta poke him next turn. Things to note. Things to note. Teferi's 8, so we finally care about him.
No pressure.
Is this a Casualties of War? They already played Planner Cleansing. Ashiok, sure. So this forces this. So, no, I'd say they can't play a sweeper because they've already played 2 spells. Or I'd say they could play a sweeper now, but they can't because they've already played 2 spells. Oh, Chandra's a sweep. No, they used Chandra. They gave us an emblem.
They are coming.
Do I just do this? Yeah, they probably didn't remember they had Ashiok in their bid. And to be fair, like, this is a really complicated turn, right? I think I want bats to block here.
Come on. Listen to them roar. Don't make another move.
Excellence binding, sure. This is going to take my Cavalier away. That's unfortunate. Gray Merchant would be absurd, you're not wrong. We also haven't found an Ayara, and we've also only had 1 oven in the top, like, third of our deck.
Hurry.
Top half of our deck. Yeah, there's 26 cards. There's 26 cards left in my deck, and a bunch of them... Oh, we did bottom an oven earlier. Okay, say. So there's two ovens in this small collection of cards that we haven't seen yet. We should be dead here if they use their planeswalkers, right?
I will call the dragons.
It doesn't look like they're using their planeswalkers, right? Now if they Chandra down tick, they lose these planeswalkers.
Always wanted to make a really big fireball.
That's a good question. How many cats are in the deck? 1, 2... Are there still 2 cats in my deck? Holy crap, there are. That's sick. Hey, Prof. Dr. Mr. P, thanks for the 12 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, do I want to shuffle this or do I want to know the contents of my deck? I probably don't mind knowing the contents. All right, so I'm going to go Witch's Oven. eat this. Eat the food. I'd rather have a cat than a rider here, right? Would I? Here's another oven coming up too. There's a trophy on top of my deck, so I don't want to... There's a trophy on top of my deck, so I don't want to do anything just yet. Oh, are we out of basics? No, I got basics. Yeah, I played a land. I played a basic. All right, they're picking Fae back up, so like, let's find out what's scary out of their sideboard still. How long till Ashiok mills us? Not long. We only have 15 cards left in our deck. We have Locthwain here though. This has been a super easy deck of the day. Win, lose otherwise. It's just been absurd magic. Yeah, this is game one. My opponent has 20 minutes. I have 19. I'm actually down on clock, so I need to play a little quicker. So next turn, we get a cat and a Cavalier, potentially. And they're at 18. With Ayara, we might be able to drain them out relatively quickly with all the bats coming into play. Wow, that's brutal. Oh, Cav's under binding. Good call. Do we expect them to activate Ashiok this turn? Probably. Probably. I think I put that to the bottom. What if they'll exile Cauldron Familiar here? Give me another emblem. I mean, it's like, it's main deck Spyglass, right? Like, they just use Fae of Wishes to get it. Alright, I'm going to be talking through my plays a little bit less for the next couple turns, so I want to try and catch back up on clock, because I would like to finish this match. I'd like to not lose it to clock. I'm currently down about 50 seconds. They're giving up their Chandra to get rid of our cats. Deal. These bats get to kill Ashiok, which is great here. Means she can't mill me again. My deck's low enough that I don't think I can afford to... My deck's low enough that I don't think I can afford to put double Midnight Reaper into play. My health total's also low enough that I can't afford to do that, right? Alright, I'm just like, hoping they don't have another sweeper, basically. Just like, do our thing, go, go, go. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle at end of turn here, so the top of my deck is, so my deck's random instead of having a bunch of blanks on top. We have 3 Chandra emblems at the moment. They could just play 2 phase out here.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, I definitely think if our opponent had played better, we would have lost this game. I think they gave us a little bit of extra rope they didn't have to give us. How's their library? Their deck has 32. Their deck has 32 cards in it. I know Ashiok milled us for 12, but like, their deck has 32 cards in it at the moment, which is kind of funny.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yeah, the whole game's just been like patently absurd. I don't actually care about Teferi, right? He only matters if they draw Sarkin. I think I just try and race them. I think I just like can't play around sweepers. Wait, are they dead? Am I 1 point short? If I bring this back, it does 2, 4, 5. I'm 1 point short. I'm 1 point off of lethal. That's frustrating.
Don't worry, I got this.
All right, what do you got? This is it. Another Chandra, sure.
I need some kindling. And you look flammable enough. Get out of my way.
They're dead, right? I think they're dead. No, oh no, oh no. Oh, wait, they're still dead, right? I should have put this back into play in response. What a slog. What a slog. Oh, I'm in love, chat. I'm in love. I'm in love. Oh, I know they made some mistakes, but like they were playing quickly at certain points, and like that was not an easy game to play quickly through. Like, good golly. That was just completely unfathomably absurd. Like I've not had a set this good in like a long time. If you're just joining us, not all of the matches have been that insane, but like they've been pretty great. They've been pretty great. Oh, the fact that Murderous Rider going under your deck triggers Desecrated Tomb is absurd. I didn't even think about that. That's great. The fact that this triggers the tomb is just unreal. That's where the bats came from at the very end. That's where the bats came from, is these went under our deck and triggered Desecrated Tomb. I don't know what I'm cutting here. Am I just cutting Cavalier? Cavalier really didn't do much, right? Like, they don't have threats. Thanks for the biddies, folks. I appreciate it. I got 3 more cuts here. Got 3 more cuts. Maybe the Ceratops isn't good enough. Maybe it's Midnight Reaper. The card advantage can be kind of a liability, and it's bad against Narset, right? We could actually cut a cat. I'm gonna leave the riders in. Let's do that. Let's do this. That game was so intense, Magic Arena took a nap. How we doing, folks? Thanks for hanging out. If you're a new viewer, my name's Jeff Ogilvy, stream Magic full-time here on Twitch. Lots of great Magic Arena on this quality software. If you're a new viewer, thanks for dropping by. Make sure you hit that follow button. As always, shout out to my subs. I wouldn't be here doing it without their support. These people are great. Buy their stuff. God bless my M2 drive reloading Arena very quickly. Hopefully it submitted my sideboarding changes. Sweet. We have Reclamation Sage in our deck, so it submitted our sideboarding. I have 15 minutes. They have 16 minutes. I'm down a minute. I'm not going to be articulating myself quite as much as usual for the remainder of this match, just because I do need to make sure I don't time out. It was a 15-minute game 1. Well, 15 minutes out of me, 30-minute game 1. Hey, thanks, Dispersed. Burp, burp. Burp, burp. I'm gonna go ahead and play this out. It was a game to remember. It was a game to remember. And like, this feels a little bit bad, but like, they're killing 3 of my things, but all 3 of my things are drawing a card. So like, I'm technically getting a 1 for 0 here. We're technically coming out ahead on this exchange. Punish for fetching forest. Can I get a land, please? Thank you. Thank goodness. Let's go Reaper plus Oven here. I mean, we have a lot more black sources than green sources. And like, I have double green cards in my hand too. When they time wipe your single card, feels good, man. Five mana, the opponent draws a card, right? She's dead, Jim. You've killed her. All right, 4th sweeper's the charm, right? Could quite possibly be. There's the planner cleansing. Do they have the 3rd white source? They must, right? They don't have the 3rd white source. Okay, that's exciting. Oh, ha, interesting. This is a little aggressive, but I think it's right. And I know Twitch chat likes it because, I destroyed a land. Actually, this is great, right? Because if they planner cleansing me here, I get to go ahead and drain them for 2, and then this Ceratops is lethal. Sick. All right, not quite as intense as the first game, huh? Not quite as intense as the first game. Whew. All right, it's a good one to end on. I am happy with that. This one's going up on the website. This was one of the best sets of Magic I've had in recent memory. Was really, really good. Yeah, I don't think I have any changes offhand. It felt relatively clean overall. I don't know, all the pieces worked really well together. Trail of Crumbs is a messed up source of card advantage in this format, just like in Standard. All the synergy between these different 3-drops. Cavalier of Night is a sweet card against mid-range and control. The deck just had, like, lines on lines on lines. Remember, if you missed any of this, this will be available for viewing in its entirety up on my YouTube channel and my website, jeffhoagland.com, probably in the next half hour to 45 minutes or so once it gets uploaded and processed. I'll be back tomorrow morning and every day this week from 8 a.m. till about 5 or 6 p.m. in the evening, depending on how the decks and things are going. I'm going to go ahead and hit one more ad roll at the end here to meet my quota for the day. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of your Sunday wherever you're at in the world. Have a good one.